People cannot afford their rent, so there's a new way to pay your rent. Buy now, pay it later. The same companies like Affirm, which lets you buy electronics, phones, and installment plans, are now letting people break up their rental payment into weekly and bi-weekly segments. And this sounds like a disaster waiting to happen because all you need is one bad, like you miss a payment, now you have late fees, and then also you can get evicted from your apartment and have a bad credit score. So it piles on a bunch of bad consequences, and it gives people a false sense of security because you're breaking up your rental payment, but you're still paying the same amount, but you're just stretching it out. And also, this is going to be bad because it's giving credit to people who are usually not credit worthy. Like the buy now, pay it later, they don't really do like credit card reports. So some of them do, but they're not really checking your credit score and all that. So they could be giving credit to people who are already loaded in debt. And that's one of the things in the American society right now is every American consumer, not every, but majority of American consumers are loaded up to their eyeballs in credit card debt, whether that be auto loans, student loans, or credit cards. So this could be a very precarious situation for a lot of renters where renters are already having problems finding housing because of having bad credit scores or not meeting the income requirements. Like people are having to live in hotels now because they can't meet the rental requirements of paying 3x their income. So like say you have an apartment, it's $2,000 a month. The landlord will require you to pay 3x or 3.5x that rent. So that can be $6,000 or $7,000. So that means you have to be making $72,000 or $84,000 a year. And $84,000 a year is the median household income in the United States. So that means 50% of Americans are not making that. That means that isolates 50% of America cannot afford apartments with that standard. And even New York is a little bit more stricter because it makes you pay 40x the rent, which is like $80,000. It's kind of the same range, but it depends on New York apartments because New York apartments are a little bit more expensive. So people who can't meet these requirements because they have bad credit or they just don't meet the income standards, they are forced to live in hotels, which is kind of insane that you can live in a hotel. And hotels are taking advantage of this. Like they said, the extended stay is milking a lot of money out of people and not giving them up to par standards. And you have families living in single or double hotel rooms. So that's basically one bed in one room, and you have a family of three, a family of four piled up into this room. Like one single mom, she had like three kids. She was sleeping on the bed with two of her kids, and her older son was sleeping on the floor on an air mattress. And they had all that stuff piled in the corner in garbage bags and all that other stuff. It was a really, really cramped area where everybody had to live. But this is what people have to go through now with the standards in America with housing and everything else. Everything else is pricing so high that people are outside of the market. They can't compete. And like I said, 50% of Americans can't afford housing by that rental standards of 3x the rent or 3.5x the rent, with most places going towards $2,000 a month, especially if you're in a more expensive state like a New Jersey, a New York, California. These places have rents that's way higher than that. So how can people afford this? How could you raise a family when you can't even get a place where multiple rooms? You're basically staying in a studio. So what do you think about this? The buy now, pay later, getting into the rental market, letting people pay their rent and installment plans, the people living in the hotel room. What do you think is going to happen with this? Do you think people are going to get tired of this or get fed up? Let me know what your thoughts is in the comment section, and let me know if I missed anything in your opinions. Thank you for watching.